It is the morning sports desk in a special edition. I'm CJ Baumgartner. There is Corey Tackman. Corey, we're going to try something new today. We are going to do a little game that we call Immaculate Grid. It's courtesy of Baseball Reference and all the pro sports reference websites. We did a little bit of this last summer when the game was first kind of big and broke out. But now we have a chance to do it since we're in the podcast-only platform. We don't have to worry about all the radio things that we probably should do. And we also can be a little interactive. So if you go to the Hubbard Radio-Wadena YouTube page, you can see us play Immaculate Grid. I know if you're listening to this in audio form, you can still hear it. Stay on, have a great time. Yep. But it's a little more interactive when you can see, Corey, today's Immaculate Grid, which
I'm already doomed
up. So here we go. For people in audio, it's, again, a 3x3 grid, and you have to find people that intersect in each of their respective squares. So from the top, going left to right, the Washington Nationals, then in the middle square, a 2,000-plus strikeout career pitcher, and through a no-hitter in the top corner. And then from the top going down, the Baltimore Orioles,
Yep.
a Chicago White Sox,
Yep.
and an all-star.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get square number one because that's Matt Wieters.
Okay.
Matt Wieters, big catching prospect.
Square number one is it's Baltimore, an Oriole, and a National.
Yes. Matt Wieters was a big prospect for the Orioles. Then kind of after he got a second contract with the Nationals and kind of faded into obscurity. He was the guy that was talked about to be like the next Joe Mauer or somebody is like that next great hitting catcher.
Well, and he was also huge. He was a big guy behind the plate too, if I remember correctly.
Are we ready to lock that answer in?
Yes. Yeah, do it. If you got it, you got it. That's
22% of people got Matt Wieters.
Okay. Do we need to explain Immaculate Grid here a little bit? Like some of the fun in this for a lot of people is to try to get the most random.
Right. You got to, it's the what they call a sicko poll. Can you get somebody from 1908 that only 0.04% of people got?
Right. So if you were to do football and it was the Vikings and the Packers.
Right.
Like 98% of people would say Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
You would score better if you picked Ryan Longwell.
Right, exactly.
For example. Okay.
Right. And also, by the way, in Immaculate Grid, you only get 9 guesses. So if you get something wrong,
the
grid is not immaculate. You don't get second points.
Yes.
So you might never complete the grid, which is also infuriating. So,
okay, I have to ask. Do you have a White Sox and the Nationals off the top?
I have an idea of one, but I think it sounds like you have one.
No, I don't. Because I think I can continue down the Baltimore line, but because I haven't played this game as much as you, I also have some clarifying questions.
I have one that's not really rare, but how about Adam Dunn?
Oh yeah.
Dunn.
Yeah, no, let's just be, I think we're done here with that one, right?
Pun intended.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, done.
11%.
Okay.
More than I thought, actually.
And then we need an all-star and a national.
Yeah, I mean, that one's going to be pretty easy if we want to go the low-hanging fruit, right?
I mean, we just want to get it. We're just interested in getting it correct.
Right, in this version, yes.
There's essentially probably 3 options here, but there's pretty much only one.
Yeah, I mean, you could go any of Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, Ryan Zimmerman. Which one do we want to go with?
I mean, Harper's not going to come up anywhere else here, so let's just use him.
All right. Bryce Harper. 18%, really?
Interesting. Because you also could have had Soto.
Yes, Juan Soto would have been another one. Yeah, you're right. I can't believe I missed that one. Yeah, again, he has to have been a Washington National and an all-star at the same time. So it can't be a player who was an all-star. It can't be Levon Hernandez as a Washington National.
Okay, right? So that was one of the things, because when you look at Baltimore and no hitter,
It has to be somebody who threw a no-hitter as a Baltimore Oriole.
So it can't be Scott Erickson, who threw a no-hitter for the Twins, but went to Baltimore.
It can't be Ubaldo Jimenez, who threw a no-hitter with the Rockies and then played for the Orioles. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes life a little tougher.
Makes it a lot harder.
Because I know they had many, many great pitchers, but like Jim Palmer is definitely one of those answers for Baltimore.
So you want to go Jim Palmer in the square?
I don't know if he threw a no-hitter. Like
no-hitters are so random too. That's the other thing.
Exactly.
It's not just, he's a good pitcher. He must have had a no-hitter.
So I want to hang on to that until we can think of some other. Ooh. All right. So we have Jim Palmer and Mike Mussina.
Ooh.
Would probably be my two go-to names here.
Okay. Which one do you want to try?
Do we think did the Moose throw a no-hitter for Baltimore? I have no-hitter vibes in my head for Mussina, but he might have done it with the Yankees.
Yeah, I was going to say with your luck, it would have been with the Yankees. While you're thinking of that, I do have a 2,000 plus K career pitcher for the White Sox that comes to mind.
Okay, well, you can't use Mark Burley because you have to use him for the no-hitter. Does a perfect game count as a no-hitter?
I feel like it has to.
It has to, right?
Philip Humber. How about that one for the rarity pull?
That would be, I forgot about that.
But also, I was going to say, what about Jake Peavy?
Great.
We think he threw 2,000 plus strikeouts? He had to have, right?
I think he absolutely did.
Okay. All-star with 2,000 plus career pitching. Did Johan get 2,000? Or did he not pitch long enough to get 2,000?
Holy buckets, man. I mean, you could pick Roger Clemens here if you wanted to.
And let's just be done with it. Let's just be done with that. 7% of people picked Roger Clemens.
Yes, okay, we'll take that. We'll take the low 7%.
All right. All-star who threw a no-hitter, Justin Verlander, right? I mean, this got to be.
Sure, great. Yes, love it. Again, pretty much any all-time great pitcher here.
6 or 8%. I can't see on my screen here, but
okay.
Good pull. Good
nice.
pull there. All right. Now that gets us to 2,000 plus career pitching for the Orioles or for the White Sox.
Right. 2,000 strikeouts.
Right.
Oh, well, let's do, I mean, because Philip Humber threw the no-hitter. Do you think Burley struck out 2,000 guys? That's the question.
That's the thing. And see, Burley.
Because that's a big number.
And Burley was a pitch to contact hitter.
Yes.
That's the other thing. Burley is like he was my generation's Maddox, like for how efficient he was. He threw that perfect game in under 2 hours without a pitch clock.
Right. So that would be the only thing is and I don't know. And so he had to get his 2,000 strikeout with the White Sox.
No, I think this is, if it's like just a career thing, was he playing the no hitter or like all-star is specific.
Mm-hmm. I mean, then I would think about Peavy there.
Peavy, we think Jake Peavy.
He has to have gotten 2,000 strikeouts.
Yes. Let's go.
Excellent work.
All right. So the only squares we have left are 2,000 plus career strikeouts for Baltimore. And Baltimore, a Baltimore Oriole who threw a no-hitter while an Oriole, and the Chicago White Sox who threw a no-hitter while playing for the Chi Sox.
So let's just finish out the White Sox one then.
Okay.
Do you want to try for the rarity score, or do we, or like, the thing that makes me nervous is that they're going to say it wasn't a no-hitter, it's a perfect game. It's actually a different category.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the other thing, but I just can't think of any other Chicago White Sox.
So if you like Humber there, we might as well score well too while we're doing it if we can.
You gotta go Philip.
Of course, he insisted on being called Philip.
Let me just type his last name.
Humber. He doesn't exist.
Does not exist in this.
The limit does not exist. The Humber does not exist.
It's Philip Humber. 2006 to 2013. Twins legend.
Yes.
Here we go.
Boom.
13%. Who remembers that guy?
Everyone, because it was so ridiculous.
That guy threw a perfect game. Twins legend. Piece of the Johan Santana trade.
So here's what I would do here. I think I would do Jim Palmer for the Orioles 2000K.
Okay.
Unless you think, like, did somebody weird spend some time there at the end of their career that I'm not remembering?
See, when the Orioles were good like a decade ago, it was because of their hitting. It was because of guys like Machado and Chris Davis and some of those other guys. It wasn't because of their pitching.
Sure.
They've never really had that.
I would probably just do Jim Palmer for the 2000 strikeouts.
Jim Palmer.
That has to be right. Oh, I'm going to be so sad if it isn't.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, we're down to one square for the Immaculate Grid, a Baltimore Oriole who threw a no-hitter while as a member of the Baltimore Orioles. This is tough.
I wish it wasn't, because I would know. I wish we could put Scott Erickson in here.
Right. Oh, this is tough.
I think you got to go. Do you have a better guess than Mike Mussina?
No, I do not. I have not. So are we ready to lock it in?
Are there any other Baltimore pitchers you can think of in your, like, I'm having and this is now where it's difficult, where I'm drawing a blank on some of these guys.
Well, this is the other thing. Do we want to cheat?
Not yet.
Not yet. We haven't gotten to the point of cheating.
No, I would rather be wrong about Mike Mussina and then figure out what the right answer is.
Sure. Are we ready to lock it in?
Do you have a better guess than that?
No, I don't.
Come on, Mike Mussina. Come through for me one time.
Big money, big money, big money. No. We were so close.
How was it not him?
All right, well.
Now we have to cheat.
Let's go to the old Google machine. Let me see here. Team history, Baltimore Orioles, no hitters. This might take you off, Corey. Here we go. Here's the last one was thrown in 2021 by John Means.
What? What's that?
He was the last guy to throw a no-hitter for Baltimore. It happened 3 years ago.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by this because the other option was to put Jim Palmer there, but that would have been a guess. I didn't know if he threw a no-hitter. I guess I just kind of assumed, because I bet Mussina has 2,000 strikeouts. I'll look that up.
Okay. But yeah, so some other pitchers who have thrown a no-hitter for Baltimore. John Means is one of them in 2021. There were 4 pitchers that had a combined no-hitter with Bob Milacki, Greg Olson, Mark Williamson, and Mike Flanagan. I wonder if that counts. If, like, you were a part of a no-hitter, but you didn't throw all, like Mike Flanagan, Mark Williamson, and Greg Olson each threw 1 inning apiece. Did they get counted as, like, throwing a no-hitter? Like, is that an answer in Immaculate Grid? I'd be fascinated.
It's a great question
to find out. Tom Phoebus in 1968, Steve Barber in 1967, and Stu Miller had a combined no-hitter.
I'm mad about this. We should have just
Wilhelm in 1958, Bobo Holloman in 1953, Bob Groom in 1917, Ernie Koob the day before. So the Orioles threw no-hitters on back-to-back days against Chicago, and what I guess would be the White Sox. 1917 on May 5th and May 6th. They threw no-hitters.
17. No-hit shoeless Joe Jackson. We should have done it the opposite. Mussina had 2,800 over 2,800 strikeouts.
Yeah,
so we should have. That was where
we fumbled.
Just got confused. It was those two guys were the answers the whole time. We said it at the beginning. We just flip-flopped them.
Right, and we took the sure thing because we wanted to make sure we got one of them right, and we gave up having both of them.
If he didn't have 2,000 strikeouts,
what?
Wouldn't it be funny if Jim Palmer? Oh no, wait, he did because he was correct.
On the answer, yeah. The first no-hitter thrown in Baltimore Orioles history was Earl Hamilton on August 30th of 1912.
Jeepers.
Orioles are a sneaky old franchise.
Yes, they are. Strikeouts, 2,200. Messina had more strikeouts in his career than Jim Palmer.
All right, Corey, we're at about 15 minutes. We could call her a day, or we could do one more.
Let's call her a day. We got this one. I'm happy. I'm so mad. I was trying to convince myself that I was happy about 8 out of 9, but I'm not, because we had the right answers and then mixed them around.
Well, join us next time when we do another Immaculate Grid on the Morning Sports Desk.